Alright, so I'm going to be changing the differential fluid. So to change the differential fluid, you're going to need I believe this is a 24 millimeter socket. So there it is right there. 24 millimeter socket. I'm using a swivel because it clears my exhaust, extension, and impact, just to take the fill plug out. Make sure you take the fill plug out before you take the drain plug out, because if you take the drain plug out and it drains and you can't refill it, then, well, you're SOL and you're gonna have a bad day. So what you want to start off by doing is I am coming underneath the driver's side from right here, and on the driver's side where the axle connects to the differential, that would be the fill plug right there, and then on the very bottom of the differential you have your drain plug right there. So I'm gonna start by taking my fill plug out first, and then once I do have that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and take the drain plug out next and catch all the fluid. And then I'm just going to reinstall the drain plug and then fill it with AMSOIL. I'll put what it looks like here in a minute once I grab it off the shelf, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be using. But for now, just where the locations are, one on the side, driver's side, next to the axle, and then the other one on the very bottom of the differential. So, alright, so I just zapped it with the impact. You don't want to just like full ugga-dugga on reverse, because you don't want to like basically stress it. You don't want to like snap the bolt or anything. So I just gave it a couple quick taps just to break it loose, and then once it was loose, I went ahead and pulled the socket off, and as you can see, it's tightening it. I can just take it off by hand, and it's a short little drain plug, so it's nothing serious. Just like that right there, and then just gotta take out the drain plug and make sure you have something to catch it with. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here in a minute. And then for refilling, I'm just gonna use the good old method. Make sure the car is level and fill until it pours out from the top. Call that good. Put the drain plug back in, and then we should be in business. All right, so I am using AMSOIL 7590. And this is their synthetic, 100% synthetic gear lubricant. This should be what you're going to need to use to refill it. This is what I'm going to be using. Before you do take the drain plug out the bottom, a good thing to do is get back underneath there, take that fill plug back out again, and then just go ahead and stick this up there to make sure that you have clearance. So that's what I'm going to be doing before I proceed, because if I do need to take my exhaust off, I can. But I mean, I prefer not to. So if I don't have to, I'm not going to. But if I need to, I can. So yeah, go ahead and make sure that this fits in there. I recommend getting the squeeze bags, because if you get the other ones, you're gonna have to mess with like a tube and like a pump on the top of it that you screw onto it. And honestly, I've used those in the past, and they're nothing but a mess. You end up actually like losing a lot of fluid versus what actually goes into the diff or transmission or whatever you're trying to fill. So I just get the easy squeeze packs. I personally actually haven't used these easy squeeze packs before, but for everything I've read online and from what the videos I've seen, and have other buddies that are mechanics, they use these all the time, and they said these are the way to go. So I'm gonna take their word for it, go ahead and test this out, see how it works. I'm just gonna fit it up there, make sure I can actually fit this up there, like I said. Make sure I don't have to take off my exhaust. If I do, I can. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and test that real quick. Alright guys, so I'm underneath the car right now. What I'm doing is, let me try around the camera. So I just cracked the drain plug loose. It's a little bit tighter than the fill plug is, so it's already cracked loose, as you can see. There's already a gap in it, but it seems I have to use the ratchet with a 24 mil socket on it just to get it the rest of the way. Sorry, I'm trying to do this all with one hand. Let me switch. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna loosen this by hand until the drain plug comes out, and then when it does, I'm gonna try to catch it and have all the fluid land in this pan. So I will recap once I have this out. I just want to have two hands on this, so.